Alright, hey everybody. If you're wondering why you're looking at the back part of a radiator, of an SV300 without a radiator, well, right there's why. If you guys are curious what that was, that's your fan. That's the fan out of an SV300. This is the new. Those were the old blades. This is the new one. If you guys are wondering, the old one, I don't know what happened, but the blades had broke off the old fan, and it wiped out the radiator, took the radiator out, and caused me a bunch of damage. I had to get in and fix it. Well, right now, I finally got all the parts and pieces here because of our this. What the crap?
What?
I'm trying to get this fan back on, and it's starting to aggravate me. But give me a punch. Something's not lined up. Okay. Well, I gotta move some stuff around and get things lined up. But before I do that, I want to take you guys on a little bit on a journey into the engine compartment of one of these. So, hold on. Here we go. All right. Okay. I want you guys to be able to see this. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Focus. Okay, you see that nut right there, guys? Where was it? Right there. You see that nut on the bolt? Okay. Now, I'm going to give you guys an overhead view if I can stand right there in the sun to block the sunlight on that. Okay, I'm going to take my finger. See that bolt I showed you guys? Where my finger's at? That jam nut? And this is your bolt that tightens your main belt. Well, that connects to your alternator, guys. Now I'm going to show you the other one for your AC and show you how open it is. Here's your AC compressor belt. Well, here's your tensioner on it and your bolt. And see how open it is? And now I'm going to show you, this is the bolt you tighten. After you back this off, then you can take this, back this off, and then you can move this so you can loosen this belt. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the one on the alternator. Okay, right here's one on the alternator. See how close that is? And Well, what I'm getting at is I'm showing you this because I don't know about you guys, but on my old loader, my 90XT, it didn't have that setup where you had nuts and jam nuts. Where's the punch? That is a roll pin punch, but that's okay. On the 90XT, it didn't have them long bolts and jam nuts to tighten your belts. It actually had your standard idler, spring-loaded idler like your automobiles. Why Case went to this, I would love to know, because it makes zero farting sense. It makes zero sense to me why you would make a machine you can't work on. Because the only way to tighten that bolt, that nut, is a hammer and a screwdriver. And I don't want to hear it in the comment section, oh, you get a wrench on it. Yeah, that's if you take the thermostat out. If you take the thermostat housing completely off the machine, then you can get a wrench in there and tighten it correctly. So don't go and tell me in the comments you can get a wrench in there, because I know better than probably you do.
If you have a special made wrench.
There ain't no special made wrench that'll fit in there. But yeah, it's a pain in the butt to work on one of these. And this machine's more opened up than my old one. Pulling the radiator out of one of these. When it comes to this machine, I'm going to find my dang bolt hole. Okay, got that one now. Pulling the radiator out of this machine was a whole lot simpler than my other machine. The other machine, you had to stand on your farting head. And pray to God you were on the right bolts, because it was a bugger to get that one out. This one, I think if I remember right, what's 3-4 bolts? And the other one was like, what was it, 6 or 8? And from the 90s to this machine, the 90s were a copper radiator. It was a copper and brass radiator. This machine, the radiator's aluminum. You can't rebuild them. You can just epoxy them together and hope to God if you ever break, because the radiator on this machine is expensive. I think a new one's $1,200. We rebuilt the one that was in it. We had to take it to a shop. We had a rad shop epoxy it back together for us.
At the bottom of it.
Had the radiator shop guy epoxy it to get back together and pressure check it. And that was $140 some bucks. So realistically, it's cheaper to have them try to fix them. But I think my big complaint is plastic fans. I don't like. The 90s, if you guys are going to sit there and go, oh, the 90 had plastic fans. Nope, it had metal. And any of you guys out there running case loaders, and you guys are going to argue with me. Anything after 05, when they discontinued the numbered series, and then went to the SR, SV, like the 250, the 28, the 280, the 300, like the SV, the SRs, Insignia. They went to this machine. They wanted plastic fans. That I know for a fact because I've been around the older models. Like the 90, like the 90s brother. You got the radiator here?
Yeah, it's up the front.
Okay. We need to.
Put that there.
Yeah. Okay. Bring it back here and set it on this chair. There you go. Set it there. Alright, now I gotta remember. Where's the, oh. I'll hold it, go get the other stool.
There's two where?
Over there! I'm gonna bring you guys over here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you've got your, you can see where he's went in and epoxied this radiator back together. I'm going to run it around here a couple of days and make sure it's going to hold and not leak before I load it back on the truck and haul it back over to the job it was on to finish. So, because I usually like to put some hours on any kind of epoxy work that I have done to a machine. There was one in it. Okay. To show you the design, how you put these radiators in. It's basically just pinned in. Pinned in 2 bolts. That's all it holds this radiator in. Okay. Alright. I'm going to move you guys over here and I'm going to show you this little farting Jesus clip. But yeah, right there's your... Crap, where did I drop that? Right there it is. Hold the radiator so it don't fall off. Okay. Oh yeah. That's what it looks like. That little clip goes right there. That pin holds the radiator in. There's one on the other side. Well, I'm going to take you guys on a journey and I'm going to show you why we put that one in the way we did. Okay, here we go. Now, okay, you guys can see there's the radiator hose, and back behind it's the fuel tank. There's no room. If you didn't pull that mount, which sits right on the oil cooler for the radiator, if you didn't pull that mount off, there's no way you can stick your hand back in there and push that pin in, because you got too much lines and it's a pain. So now we get to go and start sticking everything back together, and I'm going to set you guys back on the tripod at an angle for you guys to see what we're doing. So we're going to probably want to pull them rags out of the hoses. We're going to want to hook the bottom hose up first. So while we got room to get to it, alright, that should, let me move my wrench, that should work for you guys. Let me see if I can try to zoom you guys out. Okay. Alright. What are you looking at, Doc? Alright, here we go. I may bring you guys in on another angle because Dad's going to be behind you.
No, I'm gonna get this clip back on. Hold it.
Okay.